In this video, let's take a look at the equality of complex numbers. That means we would like to see what can be concluded if we know that two complex numbers are equal. Let's take a look at this situation. Suppose we know that 2 plus 3i is equal to a plus bi. Then what can we say about a and b? Well, you may simply conclude that a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3. But is it the only possibility in this situation? Indeed, it is not. It is also possible that b is equal to 0 and a is equal to 2 plus 3i. Therefore, in this situation, there are many possible cases, and there is not much we can say about a and b. However, this situation is different if I put it in this way. If it is specified that a and b are real numbers, then we can actually conclude that a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3, and it is the only possibility in this case. Indeed, if we know that a plus bi is equal to c plus di, where a, b, c, and d are all real numbers, then we can conclude that a is equal to c and b is equal to d. In other words, if two complex numbers are equal, then their real parts are equal and their imaginary parts are equal. Let's see why this is true. When a plus bi is equal to c plus di, we know that a minus c is equal to d minus b times I. After squaring both sides, because I squared is equal to minus 1, we can get that a minus c squared is equal to minus d minus b squared. Now, because it is given that a, b, c, and d are all real numbers, so a minus c squared must be greater than or equal to 0, and minus d minus b squared must be less than or equal to 0. In this way, for these two expressions to be equal, they have to be equal to 0. Hence, we can conclude that a is equal to c and b is equal to d. That's how we can prove this result. Finally, let's take a look at a quick example regarding the equality of complex numbers. Suppose x plus 8i is equal to 3 minus 4yi, where x and y are real numbers. Now we need to find the values of x and y. From this result that we have just proved, we know that we just need to compare the real parts and the imaginary parts of these two complex numbers. From the real parts, we know that x is equal to 3. From the imaginary parts, we know that 8 is equal to minus 4y. As a result, y is equal to minus 2. Therefore, we can conclude that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 2. This is how we can deal with the equality of complex numbers.